What's going on, everyone? Jordan Dela Cruz here with Michelle, and we had to shoot this right now to give you some real life information that's going to drastically change your business right now, okay? So Michelle methodically put together a plan to penetrate influencers in our local market. Michelle, real quick, why did you decide to do it? What was your business looking like in terms of local market to drive you to want to take this action to penetrate and get influence in your marketplace?
Well, for those of you guys that know my organization, I have a lot of things happening out in the European markets, but don't really have a whole lot here going on in Orlando or in the United States in general. So I do need to start recruiting in my local market. And, my lead leader, Ashley Sardicola, has really been putting a lot of pressure on us to go and recruit influencers. So that's what drove me to plan this.
Lovely. Okay, so she found, I guess you could say, she was intentional interactions. She wanted influence in her local market so she can build a local market, right? So what she did, actually, Michelle, why don't you walk us through, so now that you found the thing that you wanted to address, the activity that you took?
Well, actually, I planned this influencer meeting, and I called it a community influencer meeting. And I scheduled it for next Wednesday at 7 p.m. So I know what my event date is, and then I made a goal for myself that over the next week or so, 6 days, that I was going to go out and I'm going to hit, personally, I'm going to go into 100 different small businesses within a 5-mile radius of my house and go in there and personally let them know about our equity that we just launched and the challenge groups and our Project 10 Kids. And it's specifically for influencers. Go in there and invite them personally. So that's
okay. So she put together this beautiful thing right here. She made it look nice, right? She put like a silver seal. She put it on a clipboard and influencer event. She put a couple of names, so that way when she walks into the first building, they were like, "Hey, I'm the first one to put my name on here. What's up? Nobody's interested in this."
Yeah. So that was I want to touch on that. Because that was a psychological thing that if I go in there and I say, hey, let me get your name, let me get your number, and there's already a couple names on there, they're thinking to themselves, well, oh, okay, well, there's already people that have filled this out, so here, let me fill it out too.
Absolutely. Now, I think we missed the part too, that you intentionally went online and wrote down business after business after business within driving distance from our home, correct?
Yeah, so I went online. And I kind of know, the area a little bit, so I just went and Googled, small businesses in Kissimmee area, and I went down and wrote down literally 100 different businesses. But today I actually just drove around, didn't even go probably 3 miles from our house, and ended up getting about 15 numbers here. So
okay, so now she set up the game plan, right? And it's a strategic game plan. She put it together. She's rehearsing, I guess you could say, a script with me, because I'm like, hey, we got to keep this 60 seconds, right? Because, these influencers, their time is money. So we need to say something with 60 seconds to spark their attention, give them the information, we get their information, follow up, and invite them to the influencer meeting. Now, keep in mind, I did 6 years in Army recruiting, so I don't have a problem talking to people. That's not Michelle's background. This is something way out of her comfort zone. So when she started putting this together, I was like, oh my gosh, are you seriously gonna do this? Like, I'm so proud of you. Because she's really good at driving down. But, for all those who've been in Vive for a while, you need to reinvent yourself. See, what Michelle just did today, or this whole launch, I guess you could say, with influence in the market, she reinvented herself. She had put herself out of her comfort zone and forced herself to do something that she did not do at all. Normally she attracts a lot of people through social media, but she's like, the hell with that, I gotta build a local marketplace, I'm taking the bull by the horns, I'm gonna make it happen. So I was extremely proud of her. So, now, walking in, actually, let's go through rehearsing our script. Okay. So, I'm a business owner, and this is what she says after she gets 3 numbers. She's like, my delivery is pretty rough, but hey, practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect.
So it's okay if you mess up. Who cares? There's tons of businesses in your local market, all right? So I'm a business owner.
Okay. Hi, my name is Michelle Ching. How are you?
Hi, I'm Jordan Dela Cruz. I'm the sexy, handsome business owner.
Oh my God. I would probably stop in my tracks when I heard that. But anyway, my partners and I own a multi-billion-dollar health and wellness company. That's a global company, and we're specifically looking for people that are influencers in the community, to help drive our Project 10 Kids initiative. And there's also an incentive out on the table to possibly earn equity and be a partner with us. So I'm having an event next Wednesday at 7 p.m. down at the Kissimmee Bay Country Club. Are you interested in coming and finding out what it's about?
Yeah, fighting kids obesity, childhood obesity and equity. Absolutely. Where do I sign up?
Great. Here's an invitation. Put your name and number down. That way I can follow up with you in the next few days.
Okay. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Yeah.
Woo! That's how simple it is, right? Now let's look at her name. Walk us through how much hours did you spend?
Maybe 2 hours.
2 hours, literally. I'm over here, trying to break people to weekly pools, making 3 calls. And Michelle's like, oh, I got 3 more influencers. I got 4 more influencers. I'm like, yeah, go. Okay, so walk us through. So these are I guess you could say.
I put down 3 names that were just like, Jordan was one of them, and then I just made up the other 2. But I got somebody that was a supervisor at Subway, a supervisor at Boost Mobile, a CrossFit gym owner that's actually going to bring 3 of his personal trainers that were there while I was talking about this. So he's going to bring those 3 guys with him. Got the manager of Metro PCS, got the manager of a pharmacy, and then also an owner of a Heart of Child Learning Center. So it revolves around children. So she was pretty interested in it as well. And then a Sprint supervisor and a manager of Cricket. So there's a lot of like mobile businesses around here, but I'm really excited about the CrossFit owner guy because he's very, very interested in it. So.
And he's bringing 3 of his personal trainers, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Good job, babe.
Yeah.
Okay, so about how many people is that?
I don't know, like 14.
14 influencers in 2 hours. 14 influencers in 2 hours. And you want to make excuses that you don't know anyone in your marketplace? Guys, be intentional. Follow Michelle's game plan, and I promise you, do it over and over. I mean, look, what if you do it again tomorrow for 2 hours? You think you can get another 14 people?
Yeah, I could probably double that. But I do want to say something that this is like, I've never done this before, and this is something that is very out of my comfort zone. I mean, I may be good at talking in front of a room or being on conference calls or driving depth with my team, but this is something that I was driving around for a second. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. So totally out of my comfort zone. Trust
me, this is out of our comfort zone. When we go into the gym, I'm the guy who's like, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Telling everyone hello and everything. And Michelle's just kind of like, and goes on and does her workout. So she was intentional about meeting people. That's what I love. She reinvented herself. So if you've been in Vi for a while, you got to reinvent yourself. Follow this plan. Email Michelle. What's your email?
MichelleChing@me.com.
MichelleChing@me.com for the little script that she put together, because every single market can do this. So if you're feeling like your list is dry, go get influencers, because one influencer like Paul Archie can lead to 80 new executive promoters in 60 days, because birds of a feather flock together. So Jordan and Michelle, hope we added some value to you. Take action now.
Bye, guys.